Hi everyone, how are we doing? So it's been a month since the Pilgrim Challenge and I'm out today for my longest run since then, 20 miles. I did 17 miles last week and I did a half marathon the week before. But we're not going to talk too much about that today, because today, as many of you know, I love trail running, love running on the trails. It's the thing I love the most about running. And I thought, what if people want to take up trail running? Maybe after seeing my videos, maybe after seeing someone else's videos, but maybe just seeing it in general. So I thought today, or this week, in today's video, I'll give you my top 5 tips for trail running. So, without further ado, let's get on with it. So number 1 is footwear, shoes. Now if you want to do trail running and you want to do it seriously, don't go trail running in any old road shoe, because you'll be on your bum quicker than you could say trail. The best thing you can do is get a decent pair of trail shoes. Now if you really want to take it seriously, you want a different type of trail shoe. Now I've got 4 shoes in my rotation, and trust me, that's not that much compared to some people. So I have my normal road shoes, got some speedy shoes, a trail shoe for track and dust, and a trail shoe for mud, which is what I'm wearing today. So today I've got my mud trails on. The X-Talon, the Innovate X-Talon 255. You can see there, they've got some real good lugs, 8mm lugs on these. And they are perfect for the wet conditions, absolutely perfect. I would have been lost without them at the Pilgrim Challenge. There were some real steep downhills, muddy steep downhills, which I just glided down at pace because of those big deep lugs. So you need footwear for the terrain you're on. And that's why today I've got these on, because it's pretty muddy. So yeah, you cannot take this for granted. If you want to trail run, you absolutely need the right equipment on your feet. You've got to look after your feet. But if you just want to start and try it out, then just a normal pair of trail shoes is fine. But certainly not a pair of slick road shoes, because that won't help. So yes, tip number 1, have the right footwear. Number 2 is gear or equipment. Now you can absolutely go on a trail run and not need any gear at all, but the longer you go, the more gear you might need. Now I will always take my pack with me on any trail run, whether that be 6 miles or 20 miles, because I've got things I might need. I've got my jacket in there in case it rains. I've got anti-chafe cream. I've got first aid kit, hand warmers, woolly hat, sunglasses. Well, they're not today because I forgot them. But equipment and gear is vital on a trail run. You're not running on the road or a pavement where it's nice and easy without any obstacles. There's always things that can go wrong in a trail run, which will bring me to point number 4 in a minute. So, point number 2, get your gear sorted. Tip number 3 is about navigation. Don't get lost. Unless you're doing a short trail run that you're used to and you've done many times, I thoroughly recommend some sort of GPS device. Ideally, you want to know your route and you want that route to be on your GPS device. Personally, I put my route on my Garmin and I'm literally just following a line. I'm following the trail and it highlights in blue what I've already done. That works for me very well. If you haven't got a Garmin, your phone is fine, as long as that map is already preloaded to your phone. You do not want to get lost. Can't stress that enough. So make sure you've got a route, make sure you've got a device to follow that route, and equally as important, make sure if you are going on a long run, someone knows the route you're doing, when you're leaving and when you're expected back, roughly. Obviously things happen, you stop for snacks, etc. But if you've got a rough guideline and someone knows that you're out on trails that you haven't been on before, very important one, don't get lost. Let's go! And tip number 4 is be prepared. Have your wits about you all the time, expect the unexpected. I've fallen on mud, fallen on grass, cut my knee, cut my arm, cut my face, had to jump over hedgerows, scratched my cornea in my eye, been blown by the wind, blown by the rain, blown by the sea. I've lost things, I've knocked into things, I've come across all sorts of terrain. You just have to expect absolutely everything, because the trail runs will give you everything. You can plan it to the most minute detail and something will happen. I've slipped downstairs, I've slipped upstairs. Honestly, you must be prepared. Keep your wits about you, especially on those forest trails. I've fallen on stone, crashed into people, been attacked by dogs, chased by Canadian geese. It really is a minefield, trail running. Just under the motorway. Well, I guess if it wasn't for all that stuff, it'd be pretty boring, wouldn't it? There'd be no fun at all. So, be prepared is tip number 4. And that's why I talked about having enough kit and gear so you are able to deal with things if anything happens unexpected. It looks like I've got something to deal with now because it's pretty muddy. See what I mean? Dear oh dear. And number 5, take it all in. Every trail race is an adventure. Don't get your head down, busting out loads of pace, trying to get your best time. Get your head up, look around, look at the beautiful countryside around you. Because honestly, we are so privileged to be able to do this, especially in this day and age. Just take it all in, because at the end of the day, for me anyway, it's all about the adventure. Why am I doing this? Yes, to test myself, but mainly for the adventure. To go places I wouldn't normally go, to run routes I wouldn't normally run. Yes, I could probably spend my days trying to get marathon PB, but what fun is that? Everything is an adventure with trail running. Treat each one differently, because you never know what you're going to come across. You never know what sort of a time you're going to have. Just take it in. Look at it. It's just beautiful. Take it in. There we go, 20 miles all done. I really hope you enjoyed my top 5 tips of trail running. We're done for now. I'll see you again in a few weeks, where we're taking on the London Landmarks half marathon. Nice little jaunt around England, London, taking the sights on the way, and should be good fun. I'll bring you guys along with me. So take care, look after yourselves, and I'll see you then. Bye bye.